All right, we had a guy who shelled out some serious dough to ask me three separate questions. So this is the first of three, but I'm gonna spend the extra time and create separate videos for them because they are they're not related. They wouldn't they're all over the place, which is fine. It's just it wouldn't make sense to group them together. It's me again, Martin from Austria. I thought it was a show. Austria. Austria, by the way, does not have kangaroos. That we have to tell our American people because they're idiots because they went to public schools. Well, you mean there's no kangaroos in Austria? This time I have three independent questions for you. One, this is actually related to you, not me. You are very easygoing on religious people, yet at the same time mock feminists because the worldview is not based in reality, what you call the reality principle. Please explain and defend your position here, which in my opinion is at least somewhat inconsistent. In my opinion, just being agnostic is and kind of weak when we have overwhelming evidence that almost everything that is written in the Bible is factually incorrect. Example, evolution. Just to give an example here, the same is also true of all other religions. This could also be an independent video. I think other people would be interested in your opinion here as well. Well, you have my position wrong. Not that you're accusing me of anything like that, but no, I'm not easy on religion. I certainly hate feminism. My criticism of feminism that it is a religion, but it's not. It's a religion using communism as its main ideology, but plus vagina. That's all. And it's the same derivation. It shows you how unoriginal everything is. Every type of ism out there is an ism that rationalizes taking away other people's money because X. In the case of feminism, it's vagina. In the case of racial rights or racial politics, it's melanin levels or skin color. In the case of environmentalism, it's in the environment. In the case of veganism, it's the fact that you eat meat and you're a bad person. And so not only do I hate it because it's cowardly, because all they just want your money. That's all. You ever hear an environmentalist say, no, lower taxes? You ever hear feminists say, no, lower taxes. We don't need higher taxes. It's all about getting your money because they're parasites. They're lazy. And so I find whatever variant or strain that they use for this particular shield or that particular shield to hide behind, like, oh, if you're an, for example, education, you could consider educationism. They want to brainwash kids so they go vote to give more money. And they hide behind, if you don't vote for us, you hate the children. No, I hate you teachers. I feel bad for the kids, but I really fucking hate you teachers. But aside from the hypocrisy of hiding behind a trait to get a variant of communism, what I also hate about all forms of communism, whether it's the feminist variety or democratic socialism or whatever, is that it is like a religion. There's no proof that it's worked. I mean, the best you got are some, not all, some of the Scandinavian countries, which only amount to 20 million people. And for every one of them, I think they did the math. For every one of them, there's like 100, no, not 100, 10 that died and 100 or 150 that have lived in absolutely abject poverty. Like when you install it, it's like, yeah, if you had that's what it was, 1 in 10, 9 out of 10 people who lived under socialism, 9 out of 10 deaths, that's how you 9 out of 10 deaths that occurred under socialism, only one occurred in the Nordic places. And out of all the people who lived under communism, only 2 in 100, I think those are the numbers, lived under the nice variant, the nice form of socialism. So there's like no proof it works. They don't care. That's why you can't reason with. They just want your fucking money. They don't want to work. I can't simplify it any more than that. And they will come up, oh, you think the Bible is long? You think the Quran or the Torah is long? Holy shit. Look at, they publish more slop in a week than the traditional scriptures of different main religions published over millennia about why they're entitled to other people's money. That's all academia is. That's all the media. That's all they do. They just, that's all they do. So it is believing in something that's just not true, but they believe in it because they want to believe in it. Most religious people want to believe in it somewhere, either because they want to believe in an afterlife and can't face the horrors that this may be it, Some of them want to believe it because they're the chosen people. It gives them a moral right to take over others or kill other people. Uh, Others is just it's tribalism. They want to belong to something in it. But I think a lot of it is also the comfort of there's an afterlife. But socialism is this belief that you never have to work. And some of them can get away with it because they don't work. And we still have a predominantly capitalist economy that produces a lot of which they parasite off of. But they just don't. And a lot of the leftists, they like religious people, not just Christians, but religious people. They want to believe in it because they got nothing else. I mean, you look at some of these Christian nut jobs. I mean, they got nothing fucking else. You look at the zealotry, not zealotry. Yeah, zealotry, is that the word? The fanaticism of the terrorists, the Islamic terrorists. They got nothing else. And so, that woman in her Bible, you don't tell me nothing about Jesus. I have the right to fly buildings in there. It's like, hey, everybody chill the fuck out and look at empiricism. And usually those are the type of people like me that get shot right away because I'm not going along with the lie. So from that perspective, I have an equal disrespect for feminism, any derivations of communism and socialism. They're the same thing. Just as I have disrespect for religions. Now, where it may seem I have more of a favorable opinion of religion is one of practicality, because feminism, that's just parasitism. That's all it is. And you can't even call it fair. It's communism with vagina. That's it. It really has nothing to do with the gender or the sex of being female. It's just we want your shit. Religion, whichever one it is, you may disagree with them. You may all look at those foolish people, worshiping that god or those gods. It did have what I think, I could be wrong, is the original intention to have civilized society. Before that, you'd have warlords, might makes right, but you would have to rally people around, and if you want to have a civilization, hey, rally under this flag. It could be God, it could be Allah, it could be Yahweh, Buddha, whatever. All right? And the big guy up in the sky, whichever one you want to believe, he says, don't murder, don't kill, don't steal, don't cheat, don't lie. And it's kind of amazing how all these religions kind of come up with the same basic 10 rules for society. Whatever. And then the older texts also have, Christianity and Judaism share half the same text. So, but a lot of it is your Leviticus type of books where it's butcher animals this way, don't do these things, take a Sabbath, some wisdom that is passed on. And that's really all these books are, is wisdom. Rules, do this, don't do that. Why you should not do that. Man should live under a corner of a roof and suffer. Obey your husband. We don't pay attention to that stuff in Christianity because then we lose the single mommy butts in the seats in the pews. But, there's like these rules to life, guidance. So you don't actually have to be a Muslim or a Christian or a Jew to read these books and get some wisdom from a secular standpoint. One thing, God damn it, I saw, not a sheik, what do they call him? Imam. Somebody sent it to me, and here's this Imam. He was just talking about how debt is horrible. I'm like, yeah, preach, brother. It was good. And the Muslims, as you know, at least on paper, you're not supposed to have debt. They get ways around it. You're not supposed to have booze either, but somehow they find ways around it. But there's some, neither a borrower nor a lender be. I think that was Shakespeare. But it's wisdom that, there's law. There's explanation, follow the law or else you're going to go to hell. And if you do good, then you get heaven and 72 virgins or whatever. What the heck do the Jews believe anyway? What do you get? You get just, I don't know. You get to eat at Chompies all the time. Oh, Chompies. Oh. You ever go to Phoenix, Arizona, go eat at Chompies. Oh my God, best Jewish food ever. So there's the spiritual enforcement that the boogeyman going to come take you and kill you, and the devil and pitchforks and all that if you don't do the right thing. But in addition to laws and enforcement of law, you also have wisdom in there, which has a love for organized society. So you may not like Islam, but under Islam, before it kind of fell apart and got corrupt, where they became the Ottoman Empire, the sick man in Europe, a lot of technological advancements were made. You went from largely Persians, but Persian Empire, but nomadic Bedouin tribes. All of a sudden, they kicked ass. They developed tactics, techniques, writing, math, algebra, science, medicine, and that is what happens when you get. We had the Europeans had the Renaissance. Well, you had Roman Empire first, but fuck it, let's just let everybody in the borders and bred in circuses. But then there was the Renaissance, and then Industrial Revolution, and so that none of that would have been possible without organizing society. And I think religion is one. Well, that's not the best way to organize society. I say philosophy and economics would be, but for the sheeple masses, big guy in the sky, you don't want to die, do you? Well, if you believe in this book written many, many years ago by people we don't know and sanctified after the main guy died 300 years later at the Council of Nicaea, don't worry, don't look into that. You'll go to heaven. And all of a sudden, you're going to get some people to organize and get in line, and you're not killing each other. Swords the snow plows. And so I think religion is better in that sense because it at least has allowed for the creation of civilization, of civilized society, and then advancements in technology. So much so to the point that it repeats where you become so successful that then you spoil your people and it shits the bed, and then we repeat this process all over again. So my opinion, just being agnostic is kind of weak. Well, I don't know. Agnostic is not weak. It's I don't know. There could be a God. There could not be a God. I don't know. When somebody has the conclusive answer, let me know. There's nothing wrong with admitting you don't know. That's pretty brave. It's like admitting you're wrong. I mean, so few people do it. All right, let's take a look. Any super chats? No. Here, my butt is getting sore. The Southern Command needs a new chair with a softer chair. DJ Aftershocks for $2. Send it through over. Yeah, why don't you email it to me, DJ? I'll take a look at it. I'll see what she looks like. Just a link. Oh, wait. If you follow me on Instagram, just send me a message on Instagram, or just send it to Asshole Consultant. Just do Asshole Consultant. Miguel Angel Casillas, my favorite is the no caffeine alcohol, but child out of wedlock by sperm donor is A-OK. She was in love. I was drunk. We held hands. Bam. Child. Listen to the latest Clary podcast. I met a Mormon lady who got pregnant out of marriage twice. I hate the sperm donor. Burn! They don't sound Southern, but again, I'm in a Southern accent type of way. They were in love, and she let a man put his dick inside of her twice. But then he was a dick. Then he just became the sperm donor. Yes. Wait a minute. You were all about him 2 years. Now what? Wait, what happened? I thought you girls had a great sense of intuition and your ability to judge and discern men. How did a nasty sperm donor get through the goalie? What happened? I thought with your incredible female intuition, you would have figured out the yokels from the good guys. Me and the Great One had a good chat about that. Miguel Casillas again for $2. Mormon is the way to go. The Simpsons said so. Dude, after hanging out in Utah, it don't matter. It doesn't. I don't care what religion is there. If you go into the small hick towns, every woman's pregnant. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They may as well take the crucifix and rub their vagina with it to desecrate Christ, because they don't follow they'll follow it until it doesn't suit them anymore. It's just a weapon most women and men use to feel good about themselves. That's it. I lost a lot of respect for the Mormon faith. I did, for the Mormon people. Because okay, they're hardcore, they're serious. Nope, they're just like girls in Wisconsin at 16. Let's get pregnant. All right. Yeah, tune in to the latest Clary podcast. I put it up on YouTube. All right, I got two more. I'm going to take a break so there's blood in my ass. We'll see you. Toodles.